We have reached an inflection point in cryptocurrency, in macroeconomics, in the crypto market as a whole, in the narrative of which cryptocurrencies will be the major players moving forward. The cryptocurrency market right now is shifting away from speculation to actual utility, and this is happening in real time. And I'm going to explain exactly why XRP is going to benefit from this. For over a decade, the crypto market has been driven by hype, narrative, and speculation. Bitcoin soared not because it moved money, but because people believed that the price would go higher. But markets eventually shift. They shift from speculation to utility, and this has happened over and over again throughout history. And this is where the inflection point of crypto begins. And let me read you the definition of speculation. It is an investment in stocks, property, or other ventures in the hope of gain with the risk of loss. Bitcoin was built on speculation. Bitcoin is a brilliant store of value, but that's where it ends. High fees, slow settlement, no native bridge to the global banking system. When liquidity dries up in the global financial system, risk assets fall first. Bitcoin is the definition of a risk asset. And with global interest rates unwinding and the Great Japan Reverse Carry Trade unraveling, liquidity is drying up from these speculative markets. For years, Japan fueled global risk-taking. Borrow very cheap Japanese yen at near zero interest rates and invest in foreign, high-yielding assets. And then they would profit from this interest spread. But now rates in Japan are rising and that liquidity is being sucked back to Japan. It forces investors to unwind positions, sell risk assets, and return capital back home. And when the reverse carry unwinds, this causes markets to fall like dominoes. This is why Bitcoin struggles, because it thrives on excess liquidity. And when liquidity dries up, Bitcoin sinks. This is when you're going to see XRP and Bitcoin inverse. And this is the plot twist. The same macro forces that punish speculative assets reward technologies built for real-world utility. And this is the problem with the global financial system, and banks are waking up to this reality. But currently in this financial system, we have trillions of dollars locked into Nostro Vostro accounts just in case money might be moved. But in a liquidity crisis, frozen capital is their worst nightmare. Nostro Vostro accounts trap this money just in case money might move because they have to pre-fund these accounts. But this does not let the capital and the liquidity flow smoothly and naturally. XRP fixes this because it is on-demand liquidity. XRP replaces these Nostro Vostro accounts because now instead of these accounts, XRP is the bridge asset that will move this liquidity. This is why these banks and institutions and these ETFs are buying up all of this XRP. It is imminent. They know they will need this for the bridge asset for these liquidity corridors like US dollar to Mexican peso, the US dollar to the Japanese yen. The US dollar to the Japanese yen is going to be so necessary once this reverse carry trade starts to unwind even more. When a nation's economy is strained, the last thing they can afford is trapped capital and slow settlement with these Nostro Vostro accounts. XRP is the one asset that fixes this. It's no longer about which crypto is better, which crypto has the best narrative. It's about economic preservation, and XRP will be used for this. When liquidity dries up, risky stores of value decline. This is Bitcoin. When liquidity becomes the crisis, assets that solve liquidity rise. This is why the price of XRP really hasn't done anything since its 2018 all-time high, because it's not actually being used. But in the very near future, this is why XRP's price will begin to rise versus Bitcoin, because one is speculation and one is actual utility and infrastructure. So here we are at the shift of the financial system. The largest carry trade in history unwinding, and a world desperate for liquidity. I know for a fact, and I believe 100% XRP will be used for this. It will be 3 digits, 4 digits plus. The asset built for global liquidity doesn't just participate, it leads. The inflection point is not coming. It's here right now and it's unfolding in real time.